We took a number of Winter Park's arts and business leaders for a second year in a row to Tallahassee to appeal to Central Florida legislators to restore arts funding. And in fact, the legislators supported allocating cultural funding at more than $21 million again this year. Our message, art is good business. So we want to thank those of you that supported us in that, especially Representatives Eskamani and Carlos Guillermo-Smith and Scott Maxwell, who have brought this issue to the forefront. We'd like to think we helped move that conversation along as well.
This one came from chamber members to me last night, and the question is basically this. Winter Park appreciated the legislature's renewed support for cultural nonprofit entities in the past 2 sessions. That culture is what makes Winter Park extraordinary and helps Winter Park's local economy regain its strength and remain a destination. Where do you envision cultural funding, that is the Florida support for museums, libraries, and performing arts stages in the future? My background, as you all may know, about 3 years ago, that funding was cut by 90%. You all took a big step toward increasing it last year, but it's still far away from where it was in the past. And since Betsy mentioned Carlos Guillermo-Smith, we'll go ahead and start with you first, Representative Smith. What do you think about arts funding in the state?
Well, good morning, and thank you for the question, Scott. You know, we worked really, really hard in the last couple of sessions to boost arts and culture funding to its fullest potential. I'm happy with what we were able to obtain this year, which is about $20 million. And I think what people need to understand is that that is certainly not fully funded. The number fluctuates every single year as far as what the fully funded amount is. I think this last year was about $60 million would have been a fully funded arts and cultural grant program. And the reason it fluctuates is because every single year, these not-for-profit organizations apply for this grant, and they're vetted by a statewide arts and culture grant board. So unlike many member projects that folks will bring up to Tallahassee, it's often referred to as pork, that state senators and representatives will bring back to their district. These arts and culture grants are very well vetted. We know in advance that they're going to be worthwhile, and we know based on state reporting on the issue from our own internal reports that for every $1 of the state's money we invest in arts and culture programs, we're getting $9 back into the economy. So it's just an amazing investment. I'm happy that we were able to be a part of this bipartisan effort to at least stabilize this fund compared to last year. But I think in the next 3 to 4 years, if we set this as a goal, we should be able to get to fully funded. Because the last time we were fully funded was when Governor Rick Scott was governor in 2015.
Thank you, Representative Smith.